Hi, today from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today, book of the Berenstain Bears and the Double Dare from 1988. So let's get started. It was one of those days in Bear Country where everything was going so well. You just knew that any minute something was bound to go wrong. Papa Bear was off chopping wood in the forest. Mama Bear was putting in some tomato plants. Brother Bear was working on a tingo fishing line. And Sister Bear was running up the front path as upset as she could be. "Mama, Mama," she shouted. "What is it, sweetie?" asked Mama. They took. Sister was so angry she couldn't hardly speak. "Calm down there," said Mama, "and tell us what happened." "Some big cubs at the playground took my jump rope and won't give it back," Sister said. Mama wanted to hear more, but Brother had heard quite enough. He just knew it was those troublemakers, Too Tall Grizzly and his gang, bothering smaller cubs again. So off he stalked, headed straight for the playground. Not only was Too Tall and his gang still there, but Too Tall was jumping with Sister Rope. "1Z, 2Z, I love you, Z's," he sung in a mocking tone. "3Z's, 4Z's, shut the door, Z's." "That's my sister rope," shouted Brother. "Give it back, you big oof." "Ar what?" sneered Too Tall. "I might have to cut you down to size," said Brother, reaching for the rope. "Go ahead and try it," said Too Tall, keeping the rope away from Brother with one hand and holding him off with the other. "You know what they say, yak, yak, yak," he added, chuckling at his own joke. "Half an oath is better than none." When the gang joined in the laughter, Brother got angrier. He forgot about the rope and began swinging wildly at Too Tall. "Why don't you stop bothering my sister," Brother said, "and pick on someone your own size?" "Why don't you pick on somebody your own size?" said Too Tall, grinning. "And anyway, here's your sister dopey rope back." "Huh?" said Brother, more than a little confused. "Well, think, I guess. I'll be going now. See you." "Hey, wait a minute," called Too Tall. "I might be able to use a cub like you. You got moxie." "Moxie?" said Brother. "Yeah, spunk. Nerve, moxie." He put a big arm around Brother's shoulder. "Why don't you come with us and have a little fun?" The rest of the gang gathered around, and Brother said, "I really think I better be going." "What's the matter?" said one chicken. Another one began strutting, flapping his arms like a chicken, and clucking. Pretty soon the whole gang was strutting and clucking all over the place. "I'm not a chicken," possessed Brother. "Prove it," said Too Tall. "Come along with us for some fun." Brother was a little nervous about joining the gang, but he certainly didn't want them to think he was a chicken, so when they scampered off into the woods he followed, he got more and more nervous as they led him along the dangerous old quarry path, across Roaring Creek, and past the spooky old tree. After a few more twists and turns, Too Tall signaled a stop. When Brother saw where they was, he was surprised and pleased. Hey, he said, this is Farmer Ben Watermelon, hissed Tootar, clapping a hand over his mouth. You want to spoil our fun? It turned out that Tootar's idea of fun was to run off at one of Farmer Ben Watermelon, and as the newest member of the gang, Brother was the one who was expected to do it. But Farmer Ben is a friend of mine, he persisted, and besides, it isn't honest. The gang flapped their arms like a chicken and clucked into Brother's ear. I'm not a chicken, Brother insisted. Then go ahead and take the watermelon, said Tootar. Farmer Bill never miss it. Brother Bear looked all around. Ben was nowhere to be seen, and it was short of exciting being in the game. Dare you, said Tootar. Brother didn't move. Double dare you, said the gang. Brother still didn't move. Double dare you, said Tootar and his gang. The double dare did it. Even so quietly, even so carefully, Brother Bear creeped through the tall grass, through the fence, and past the no trespassing private property sign, and picked out the biggest, fattest, greenest watermelon in the path. Then he broke off the stem, picking it up and... Gotcha, you thieving vomit, shouted a voice. Tootar and his gang ran away, leaving Brother Bear holding the watermelon. Farmer Ben had been hiding in the cornfield. When he saw who it was he had by the collar, he was almost as surprised as Brother. Brother Bear, what in the world are you doing with that watermelon still in Tootar? At first, Brother was ashamed. He couldn't answer, but then the whole story came out, trembling out. How he got Sister Rope back, how they called him chicken, and how they double dared him. Well, said Ben, as they walked through his chicken yard. Chicken aren't very bright, but they are too smart to do something stupid just because someone called them chicken. I guess so, admired Brother. Just ahead was the meadow where Ben's sheep were grazing. One of them, a large ram, took it into his head to start running, and run he did, straight for the highway. Your sheep are heading for the highway, Ben, cried Brother. Don't worry, said Ben. Sheep, my old sheepdog, will take care of them. Sheep ran ahead and cut the sheep off before they got there. Sheeps are like that, said Ben. Follow a leader anywhere, off a cliff, if that's what the leader decided. And some folks are like that too. Follow a leader wherever he goes. Across the highway, over a cliff, to the edge of my watermelon patch. He looked at Brother, and Brother knew exactly what he was talking about. And speaking of watermelon, how about having a nice, sweet, juicy slice with me? Could we, Brother? Sure, said Ben, cutting a big center slice in half. And remember, this is a good one. Being part of a group is okay, and maybe even having a leader, but you always have to think for yourself, especially about important things, like what's right and what's wrong, and what's safe and what's dangerous. I'll be remember, Ben, said Brother, and thanks for the watermelon. Brother decided to head home by way of the highway, and who was waiting around the bend? The Tootar gang. What happened at Tootar? Nothing much, answered Brother. We had a little talk and some watermelon. Hey, cool, said Tootar. Well, come on, we're going over to the Wilder Brute and have a little more fun. No possible way, said Brother. What's the matter? Sneered Tootar Chicken. Clucked the gang. Sheep answered, "Brother, why don't you try thinking for yourself for a change?" They shouted. Brother shouted back. But the cub's shouting was interrupted by another noise, the sound of someone crashing out of the woods. He looked a lot like Too Tall, but was much more bigger. It was Too Tall Papa, 2-ton grizzly. "What's up, Pop?" asked Too Tall. "What's up?" groaned 2-ton. "It's a little phone call I heard from Farmer Bill about you." And he added as he turned to the gang, "If I hear about any more, all your parents are going to hear from me. Now get on home." The gang got on home as fast as their legs could carry them. "Hi," said brother to sister when he got back to the treehouse. "Here's your jump rope." "Oh, thank you," she said. "How did you ever get it back from that awful 2-ton and his gang?" Brother shrugged. "I asked for it and they gave it back." Said Mama. "You asked them for it and they gave it back? Just like that?" "Well," said brother, going back to his tingle fishing line, "not exactly just like that." So that was the Berenstain Bears and the Double Dare from 1988. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment. Have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.